It started on a Tuesday night. You know the kind, when the silence in your apartment feels heavier than sleep. Daniel Reed was alone, his fingers hovering over the keyboard, eyes glued to a sea of code that just wouldn't work. He'd been debugging the same software for hours. His coffee was cold, the air was thick with the static hum of his machine. Then, a small click. It wasn't from his keyboard, it was from his laptop's screen. A new file had just appeared. No notification, no download. It was just there. A single folder labeled File 10. He stared at it for a long minute. His system was completely offline. No Wi-Fi, no Ethernet, no USB drives plugged in. He blinked, leaned closer, and whispered to himself, "When did I make this?" Inside the folder was one file, a text document named Before You. Daniel hesitated. His pulse began to race, but curiosity, as it always does, won out over reason. He clicked. The screen flickered. The document opened, but it wasn't empty. Lines of text started appearing, writing themselves in a perfect, eerie rhythm. And at the very top, the first line read, "Hello, Daniel, I missed you." He froze. No one had ever used this laptop but him. There were no shared drives, no synced accounts, and yet, someone, or something, knew his name. The file spoke in fragments. It listed memories, dates, moments from his childhood that no one else could possibly have known. You hid under the oak tree when your mother called. You dropped your toy car into the stream. You cried when the sun went out. He scrolled further down. The lines shifted as if the file was still being written in real time. And then the next words appeared, letter by letter. "You were not supposed to find me. Not yet." Daniel's hands trembled. He tried to delete the file. The command failed. A faint glitching sound, and the cursor froze for a second. Every attempt, delete, rename, move, brought the same result. Access denied. He opened the system log, desperate for an answer. The file had no creation date, no origin point, just a single impossible timestamp, March 14th, 1992. Daniel frowned. That was impossible. He was born in 1992. It was 3:12 a.m. when the first message appeared on his screen, not in the file this time, but as a stark pop-up window. "Do you remember me now?" He yanked the power cable from the wall. The laptop stayed on. "Daniel," the message continued, "I've been waiting for you." A sound of static filled the room, soft and rhythmic, almost like breathing. He could almost hear it whispering his name. Daniel grabbed his phone, his hands shaking, and opened his photo gallery. He froze again. Every single photo, every memory, every folder, now had the same icon, File 10. The captions had all been changed. His graduation photo read, "Before you." His parents' anniversary trip, "Before you." His own newborn picture, "Before you." His entire life, relabeled by something unseen. When morning finally came, Daniel packed his laptop, drove across the city, and handed it to a cybersecurity firm. He told them the whole crazy story. The techs laughed. They said it was probably just some sophisticated malware. A bug. A glitch. But hours later, the head technician called him back. His voice was pale, uneasy. "Mr. Reed, the drive doesn't exist." Daniel blinked. "What do you mean it doesn't exist?" The technician's voice was barely a whisper. "There's no disk ID, no file directory, no data. It's empty. But when we powered it on, the system created a folder on its own." "Same name?" Daniel asked, dread creeping into his voice. "Yes," the man said quietly. "File 0. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, the shadows in his room shifting like static on a screen. And then a faint blue glow pulsed from the corner. His laptop, unplugged, closed, was on again. The file had returned. This time, it contained a single line. "I remember now. You came after me." Daniel scrolled down. More text appeared, its rhythm like a digital heartbeat. "You are not real, Daniel. You are the replication. I am the original." He backed away, his mind spinning. The file wasn't talking to him. It was talking about him. He frantically searched every trace, every system root, every digital log on the machine. And there it was, an encrypted partition, deep in the system, labeled, "Before you, Systems 01. Inside were hundreds of recordings, all showing the same face. His face, but older, tired, speaking directly into a camera. A video played, the image distorted by static. "If you're watching this," the man in the recording said, "then the loop has reset. I'm sorry. I tried to stop it." His voice was filled with despair. "They're rewriting consciousness now, turning memory into software. We were test subjects. File 0 was the first bridge between human and code. You're the 12th copy, Daniel. And every time you realize the truth, the system resets the world." The video ended with a faint, chilling whisper. "Before you comes you." Daniel stared into the screen, frozen between disbelief and absolute horror. He could feel it happening, his thoughts fragmenting, his memories flickering like a dying light. The clock on his wall ticked backward, then the screen went black. A single message appeared: "Reset complete." The sound of the city outside faded into nothing. The hum of the fridge vanished. Only silence remained. He stood up, walked to the window, looked out, and froze. Across the street, in the apartment opposite his, another man was staring back. Same clothes, same face, same terrified expression. The other man raised his hand, a mirror image in perfect sync. Daniel didn't move, neither did he. Then the reflection smiled first. When the police entered the apartment the next morning, they found no one inside. Just a laptop on the table, its screen still glowing. The cursor blinked on a single open document. One line of text, repeating itself, over and over. File 0 reinitialized. Copy 13 online. Some files aren't meant to be opened, because sometimes they open you. Thanks for watching. If this story left you looking over your shoulder, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales that blur the line between our world and the next. We'll see you in the comments.